Congratulations on the adoption of your new pet. It is an immense thrill to introduce a new furry companion into one's household. Cats are among the most delightful animal companions, and you will experience an exceptionally fulfilling existence with them. After reviewing the necessary preparations before bringing your cat home, it is time to acclimate them to their new environment. Nevertheless, the journey does not conclude with adoption, as there are critical measures to establish the most favorable environment for your cat. Just adopted a new furry friend? Head over to Chic Kitty for expert post-adoption tips to ensure your cat feels right at home from day one. Number 1. Maintain a physical barrier between your new cat and other pets. It is unnecessary to maintain your new furry companion's isolation for an indefinite period. However, it is advisable to ensure that their area is kept separate from other creatures in your household for the first week or two, and potentially for an extended period. You should allow your new cat to establish their routine and become at ease in their surroundings before introducing them to other cats, as cats are particularly territorial and value their routine. It is also crucial to maintain the cat's separation during this time to prevent the transmission of any illnesses or parasites to you or other creatures. Isolating them enables you to contain any potential threats before their dissemination. Number 2, establish expectations at an early stage if you have children. It is not uncommon for pets and children to form close bonds, particularly when they are raised together. Nevertheless, it is crucial to bear in mind that these are animals with their own emotions, boundaries, and other characteristics. They are unable to communicate solely through speech. If they perceive themselves as being unsafe or disrespected, they are inclined to react violently, and it would not be their responsibility. Set the expectation that the animal must be respected by your children before you introduce your new cat to them. You can introduce these principles about respecting your animal's space in an age-appropriate manner if they are younger. For instance, you could compose a letter to your child from the new cat, explaining the kitten's enthusiasm for meeting them and informing the child that they are apprehensive about entering the new home. Consequently, they may exhibit a lack of friendliness or a tendency to be skittish. Consequently, they will require calm and gentle attention to ensure their safety. Number 3, arrange for their initial veterinarian appointment as soon as possible. In terms of ailments, it is crucial to arrange an appointment with a veterinarian as soon as possible after bringing your new cat home. It is preferable to complete the task within the first 2 weeks if feasible. In the interim, contact the veterinarian to inform them of your new pet. To establish a file for your new companion, request that the medical records you have already received be transferred. Once you arrive at your appointment, these procedures will facilitate the process. Ensure that you are current on your vaccinations during your appointment with your veterinarian. Even if they have recently undergone a comprehensive examination at the shelter or from another veterinarian, it is important to have your veterinarian conduct one as well. It is always advisable to ensure that your new companion is in the best possible health, particularly if you plan to introduce them to other pets. Number 4, maintain a vigilant watch over them for the initial month. The duration of time it will take for your cat to adjust to their new environment is not specified. The process may be delayed if you have other animals, but they should begin to feel more at ease within the first month. And when they do, they are highly likely to begin venturing beyond their comfort zone. It is evident that you desire them to feel secure in all areas of the house. Therefore, it is crucial to refrain from arousing them, even if they are about to engage in inappropriate behavior. Maintain a compassionate demeanor and bear in mind that this is their initial experience with your residents. This is the reason why you must maintain a vigilant watch over them. Ensure that they are acclimating, and when they begin to exhibit this curiosity, redirect it more productively. Begin by introducing them to objects and attempting to captivate their minds. Ready to give your new cat the best life possible? Visit Chic Kitty for essential advice on creating a safe, loving environment for your furry companion. Number 5, allocate an abundance of quality time. Cats are known for their tendency to be more solitary. Although they are undoubtedly more autonomous than other creatures such as dogs, this does not imply that they are not susceptible to feelings of loneliness. At times, cats can be exceedingly affectionate and they are exceedingly loyal creatures. Therefore, it is important to remember that they will require companionship as well. Attempt to allocate a specific amount of time each day for your pet. Limit the number of plans you make at night if you work lengthy hours. Additionally, it is advisable to spend time at home on the weekends to ensure that they have your presence. If you anticipate that you will be spending a significant amount of time away from your home and do not currently have any other animals, you may wish to consider adopting 2 cats to ensure that they have a more consistent companion. Number 6, begin the process of nurturing them. Cats are known to groom themselves daily, and they typically do not require bathing unless they have become disarrayed. However, it is necessary to maintain the coat of all cats, and occasionally they require regular nail reductions. If you can complete these tasks at home, it will reduce the tension associated with transporting your cat to the groomer or the veterinarian. Begin nurturing them as soon as possible to ensure that this process is seamless. Incorporate it into your daily regimen by brushing them for a few minutes once a day to maintain the softness and cleanliness of their coat. This will assist them in shedding their undercoat and prevent them from accumulating an excessive number of hairballs. If your cat requires nail trimming, an attempt should be made to remove them every 2 weeks. Trimming their talons will prevent them from scratching your furniture or other possessions, but regardless of whether you trim their claws, there should always be scratching posts in the home to ensure that they have access to scratch when necessary. Number 7, implement additional components of the routine. Establishing a routine for your cat is another significant aspect of ensuring their safety and comfort. It is possible that they did not always have a caregiver to rely on, depending on the situation from which they were adopted. Nevertheless, they are residing in a new residence that does not anticipate the provision of appropriate care. One approach to assisting them in acclimating is to promptly establish their expectations regarding their daily routine. Maintain consistent feeding times, ensure that their litter boxes are cleaned at least once daily, and establish playtimes. The reasonable expectation that you will continue to provide care for them will assist them in settling in and establishing trust in you after a few weeks. Number 8. Do not hesitate to experiment with food and litter. It is probable that your initial selection of food and refuse will not yield lucrative results. Our pets, like us, have preferences. If you observe that your cat is not as enthusiastic about their food or is not consuming as much, it may initially be indicative of stress in their new environment. However, if the behavior persists, it may indicate that they are dissatisfied with the food selection. In that event, consider experimenting with a novel approach. Do some research and gradually introduce them to a different cuisine for a few weeks. You may need to reiterate this, but that is acceptable. When you identify the sustenance that is most suitable for your cat, both of you will experience greater happiness. The same principle applies to litter. Distinct litters may contain odor-eliminating components and other sensory components that your cat may not appreciate. If they are unwilling to utilize the litter box, you may want to experiment with a different litter. Cats favor unscented litter. Number 9, possess an abundance of toys. Cats are highly intelligent and active animals, necessitating daily mental stimulation and physical activity. In general, the majority of cats require a minimum of 30 minutes of exercise per day. Therefore, ensure that you have an abundance of tools at your disposal. Number 10, keep their litter box clean. This might seem like an obvious one, but you'd be surprised at how many people get lazy about keeping the litter box clean. And guess what? When the litter box isn't clean, cats can begin eliminating in other places that you'd rather them not be using. Most litter manufacturers recommend scooping once a day, especially if you only have one litter box. If you have multiple cats, you'll want to make sure that each of them has a litter box of their own and that you clean them frequently. Keeping the litter box clean is key to making sure your home is clean and your cat is happy. So if you feel like you've cleaned the litter box recently and they still have not used it, go ahead and give it another look. Please don't forget to open the link in the description. Have you enjoyed the content? Make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Your support helps us bring more of what you love.